Hello and welcome to Monica's Expressive Creations. I'm Monica, the creator of Monica's Expressive Creations. And if you're new here, thank you for joining. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we are going to be creating stickers that are going to be digital. So I started making them already. I've only done two, but these are going to be for reminders. You can also use these as a physical product, but it will be in a digital format. So I will show you in a little bit how to do that. So I am creating this. I am doing 1000 by 1000 pixels for my sheet. And we are going to name this at the top appointment reminders, appointment/reminders. I'm going to call it digital stickers. So we already did these two, the reminder and today's appointment. So now I'm just going to grab this and I'm just going to drag that out. And we're going to add a page and we're just going to keep continuing to do this process until we have all of our stickers. So I created these stickers using ChatGPT and I just described what I wanted. And then this is what I received. So I like them. So we're going to make these. And these will be available in my shop. If anybody is interested in purchasing these, feel free. It'll be linked in my description. So I was trying to come up with everything I could think of. If you have any good ideas for another sticker, please let me know in the comments and I will create that for you and add it to this. So we have our afternoon meeting and our evening meeting, and I'm just going to bring this one up. So we have morning, afternoon, and evening. Then we have our wedding reminder for either a couple that we know or for ourselves. And we have baby shower reminder. And I want to use this date night one. I did a couple different ones just to see which one I liked better. We're going to use that one. And we're going to do girls' night out. And then we're going to do our vacation day and then our vacation week. So those were all the ones that I could think of. Like I said, if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. Then what I like to do is I like to name each one. That makes it easier when the person downloads it to know what sticker it is. So we're just going to type all this in really quick. Does anybody here use GoodNotes or Notability? If you do, this would be perfect for that. Birthday reminder. I did two different ones. This one you can fill out the person's name. What am I doing? What am I spelling? So you just want to make sure that you're putting down what each sticker is if you are creating these to sell. And if you don't want to wait for me to finish, you can definitely scroll ahead. I'm almost done though. We have a couple more to do. I think maybe 2 more. And then I will show you the next step after this. And vacation week. And you can definitely change the colors if you wanted to. If I wanted to change this color, I could just click on it and change it to purple. But it kind of messes it up sometimes depending on the style. So maybe not always. Okay, so once we have all of our stickers named and everything, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to share. And we are going to download this as a PNG. We're going to do all, and you want to make sure that you click on transparent background. Now, this is a pro feature, so you must have Canva Pro in order to do this. And the pixel size is 1000 by 1000. And then you're just going to download that as a PNG. That way, you can share this file with somebody. If you're putting it up in PayHip, you can save it like that. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to create regular stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and change the size to inches. And I'm going to do 8.5 by 11. And we're going to create a new design. So basically, I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So I am just going to go to my uploads. And then I'm going to bring all those stickers over. So I'm going to make it smaller. And I'm going to make sure I remove the background from each sticker. And that is also a pro feature. So you just want to delete that. I'm just bringing them over. And click on that on the background remover. And once I'm done doing all this, I will be back to show you the next step. Okay, so now that we have our stickers done, I have all the appointment reminders on one page and then special occasions on a second page. Now what I want to do is I want to create a sticker backing, and this is going to be my sticker backing. So how I did that was I went into Elements and I found this element here. So I sized mine to 4.53 by 6.51. And I just check here to make sure that in the advanced section that is the correct size. And it is. So we're going to use that. But I changed the color. So all I did was click on it. I went up to here to the color palette and I changed the color from the yellow to the pink. Now what I want to do is I want to grab a square. So we're going to go up here. I'm going to grab a square. And I'm going to click on the square, and I think I have too many. So I'm just going to take this square and I'm going to put it up here. About like that. And I'm going to drag it out. And then I'm going to grab a text like this. Let me make this a little bit lighter. So what I can do is bring the transparency down a little bit. Maybe not too far. No, maybe we'll leave it up. Maybe we'll just pick a different pink. Let's see. That's the one I have. That one's too dark. All right, so I guess we're just going to stay with that one. And let's bring the font size down. And I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to put it to the left. And then I'm going to call this appointment and reminder stickers or sticker sheet. I can always bring this down a little bit more so it fits all on the page. Maybe just bring it in a little bit more like that. And you can always change the font too. It doesn't have to look like this. You can change it to anything you want. You just have to resize it for the size that you're using. So maybe we'll do that. Okay, so when I bring this up, this is what it looks like. Let's change this dash. Let's do appointment with the and symbol. And then you can always add your brand down here. You could put, I could put Monica's Expressive Creations. So what I would do would be to duplicate this and bring it down. And I'm also going to copy that, add my name. Once I paste this, I can bring this down. And then you can put your business name at the bottom or your logo or whatever you want. And I'll just bring this in a little bit more and center it. So now this is going to be my backing sheet. And then I'm just going to type that in here. Sticker backing. And then we have our stickers. So the next step would be to share this. Now I'm just doing this one for myself right now, but this is just to show you how to take this over into Cricut. Oops, and I forgot. Before you take it over into Cricut, make sure we're canceling that. It has to be a PNG, and make sure it has a transparent background in order to take it over to Cricut. And we are just going to call this appointment reminder sticker sheet. I know sometimes it feels like you keep writing the same thing over and over again, but the system needs to know what the name is. So always make sure you give it a name that you will remember. And then we're going to open up Cricut. So if you purchase any stickers from me and you get the file, it will be in sections like how I just did, like I just showed you. And so in order to bring it over to your Cricut, you would add new project. So you want to click on that, blank canvas, and you're going to start designing. Then you're going to go to upload. You're going to upload your images. You're going to hit browse. We want to go in all files into our downloads. And then you're going to right click. And then you're going to open the files. So that is the wrong one. Hold on. Let's try that again. That's why I said you need to label it what you're going to remember. That was from my other sticker sheets that we just did. Let's go back into downloads. And we are going to open. We're going to click on the appointment reminders. And we're going to hit continue. And we're going to upload and continue as a flat graphic. And upload again. Now it's saying it's too big, so you are going to have to adjust the size. Once it pops up, we're going to have to adjust it. So resize the image, and now it brings it down to the size that we need. And then you're going to go back into your uploads one more time. You're going to grab the sticker backing, and you're going to open that. Continue. Apply and continue. You want to do the flat graphic and upload. So now your sticker backing is uploaded as well as your stickers. Now, in order for me to do my stickers, I like to go into, let me bring this down a little bit more. Okay, looks like they changed something on here again. Okay, we're going to go into Kiss Cut stickers. I am going to do custom, and we're going to bring this down. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's on the right here. And then when you use this toggle, it just makes it larger or smaller for it to cut. So we're going to leave it about there. Then I'm going to put this on top of my page, and we can just adjust this by moving the buttons on the on the right. You can just drag it up so that it fits on the sticker sheet. And we are going to, wait, first let me resize this to 4.53 by 6.51. And we're going to lock that in place. And just drag this down a little bit. I don't know if I want to stretch that out. I really don't want to stretch that out. So we're just going to leave it like this. Well, the stickers might be a little bit smaller, but we're going to see. So I'm going to highlight all that, and then I'm going to group that. I'm going to turn it, and we're going to leave that there. Then I'm going to go back into my uploads, and I'm going to grab the special occasion reminders. And we're going to hit continue, apply, flat graphic, continue, upload. So now we have these, and I'm just going to bring this down. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up here where it says 3 more. We're going to go into effects. We're going to go into sticker, kiss cut. I like to do the custom border so I can make it what I want it to be. And it's going to look like that. Move this out the way. Go back into your uploads, grab that backing. If you want to use a different backing, you can. We're going to size this to 4.53. 4.53 by 6.51. And lock that in place, and then bring this sticker down, and you can just bring that up like that. And then you can just stretch it out onto your sheet. Bring this over a little bit. Now you can add more stickers here if you wanted to. This is just for demonstration purposes to show you how to do it. Then you're going to group these, and then you're going to turn, bring it over here, line it up. And I like to go up to the 1 inch by 1 inch, like that. Then you're going to highlight them both, and attach. Now you can go to make, and now both images will print on an 8.5 by 11 sticker sheet. You can use matte. I like to use Koala Glossy, but you can use Koala Matte or Koala Semi-Gloss. Whatever sticker paper works best for you is what you want to use. Then we're going to send this to the printer. We're going to click Next. I'm going to use my system dialog. We're going to hit Print. Let me turn on my Cricut machine. Then I'm going to go into Preferences, Rear Paper Feeder. I am going to do Semi-Gloss. And we're going to hit OK and print. So I'm going to go and put the paper in, and then I will be back. Okay, so the paper is in. Excuse me. And we are going to print this out. Now, I like to use the light grip mat for this type of project. If you use a very sticky mat, it might ruin the stickers. So just be careful when you're using new mats. And then it will print. And once it prints, we will put it in our Cricut. Okay, so now it printed out on our paper. I'm not sure if you could see that in the little box, but it did print out. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to use the printable sticker paper white, and we are going to click on that. It's going to be pressure default and kiss cut default. So now I'm going to take you over here and show you how to place it on your mat. Okay, so we have our sticker sheets, and this is what it looks like. And we're just going to place it on here, line it up. You want to use your brayer if you have one. If not, maybe use a squeegee or something just to make sure that it's laying flat. And then we're going to upload this into our Cricut machine. Sorry if the sound is changing. And we're going to load it up. And then you're going to hit the flashing button. And then it's going to read the registration marks. And once it does that, then it will begin to print. It'll begin to cut. Okay, so now it's going through the process of cutting each one. And once it cuts those out, then it'll cut around the entire rectangle shape. So now it's cutting out around the edge. And once it comes out, you can click this button here, the flashing button, to unload your mat. And then you just want to flip this over and see how easy that came off. That is a good cut. If you see, it cut right through, no problem. And here we have our sticker sheets for our appointment and reminders that we can use in our calendar. And let's test it out. And that's a perfect peel. So like I said, if anybody is interested, if you're interested in these sticker sheets, you can download them. I will leave it in the description box below. And what you would receive would be all these images. You would receive the backing, and you will also receive it as a PNG to use in GoodNotes or whatever other digital file that you may use. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, I will be creating more. So thank you again. Bye.